Good morning. It is 8:02. Slept in a little bit this morning. I didn't sleep very well last night though. I was up a couple of times. I don't know why. But it didn't matter. I really appreciate everybody leaving comments and following along. I had a couple of requests for some wind showing the truck. Somebody asking about top bunk and stuff, and then the whoa, the truck moving. Wow, look at the sun. God dang, holy cow. And then one asking about Maverick's test and evaluation, training truck and stuff. I left comments below, but I'll talk about that stuff today. And then when I get stopped and everything today, I'll do a tour of the truck. But first, I want to say happy birthday to my oldest son, Ian. And it's also Pearl Harbor Day. Yay. Happy birthday, Ian. I love you very much. So, down in the comments section, I was asked to talk about Maverick and their school and test and evaluations and that kind of stuff. So this is from the perspective of going to Maverick for your CDL class. Okay, they have two different places you can go. You can go to either Maverick or you can go to ASU Newport. And so I went to Maverick for mine, and the instructors there are great. They really want you to succeed. And see, now I've got this guy spraying all this junk and gonna make my truck dirty. Do that, dude. Look at all that ice and stuff melting off there, coming off there. Oh my God. Anyway, back to my point. The instructors there are really great. They don't want you to fail. You know, they're graded on, you know, their success rate. You know, so their job is to make you successful. And they will do everything that they can legally to help you out. All right? So they drill you and drill you and drill you. The first week that you're there, you're going to go take your CDL permit test. Okay? You'll do that on Thursday or Friday, depending on if you're ready or not. But starting Monday, you do all your, basically an orientation kind of thing. And then in the afternoon, you start in on with medical and stuff in the morning, orientation kind of stuff on your tablet. And then you kind of start into a little bit of class stuff at the end of the day, in the afternoon. They are the tests that you take, and there's several of them during your CDL time. Those tests are all open notes, so take really good notes. Okay, they're all done on tablets. So the first day you're going to be assigned a tablet, and you'll keep that with you the whole time. And all your stuff is on that tablet. You can go back and you can look at lessons at night. There's lists, there's lessons, there's videos, and you can look at all of that stuff over and over and over again. Use your time wisely, I would suggest. And notes, take lots of notes. Ask questions. They really designed the class to get you into the habit of asking questions and being comfortable with you know, when you're not sure about something, you know, speaking up and asking. They're really drilling that into you, because when you get out on the road and you're new to this like I am, you know, don't hesitate to call and ask, because that's what your fleet manager is there for. And basically, the guy that runs the school, his name is Lyle. He's basically your fleet manager while you're in CDL class. You can ask him anything, and if he knows, or if he's legally, you know, if he can legally tell you, he will. And if he can't legally tell you if there's a liability or something, he'll let you know that too, and he'll direct you on where you need to go to find that out. Okay, but the person that doesn't ask questions, they're not really getting the full gist of what they need to do. They have certain things on there that you have to pass, and you can only miss a few questions on them, but most of the tests and stuff are only like 10 to 15 questions long. Some of them are even 5 questions long, but everything is open note. When you get your CDL book, you can use your book to answer any of those questions that they give you. The only thing that's not open book and open note is when you go and actually take your test for CDL. That stuff, you can't have anything with you, but everything, they go through test after test after test. You'll spend like 2.5 days with instructors, and all they're doing is giving you test after test after test, and they grade those tests right then, and they let you know how good you did and what you need to talk about, where you need to find it in the book, and what you need to study. And if you listen in class and you take really good notes, you're not going to have a problem at all. If you speak up and you talk and you ask those questions that you have, remember, this is not high school. Okay, this is not college. You are not in where you have to memorize all of this stuff. Really, they'll drill it into you where it's like second nature. But use all of your resources when you're doing this. Once you get out of class and you go into a securement class, it's the same way. You're going to get reassigned another tablet. Everything is on the tablet. You ask questions if you don't know. Even when you're taking the test at these two places, if you come across a question and you don't know it, ask. Say, look, I've got questions about how is this question phrased. They can't tell you an answer, but they can help you think through the question. Okay, they're not going to give you the answer. They can't do that, but they can help you think through the question. All right, and so that you can come up with your own answer the right way. And that's really, really helpful. I did that on a couple of mine because some of the questions are worded a little, you can take it one way or the other. And if you ask, they can help you think through that question, which is a really good thing. When you go into your final evaluation, you're going to have 3 tests that you have to do. One of them is a physical test, where you have to back the truck up in the 3 different ways that you're taught in CDL school. They spend 1 day. It's easy. There's no big deal about it. They'll give you a couple of chances to get it into where you need to be. I had no issues with it at all, and most people don't. And they do that first. That's on a Sunday when you come back, and it's first thing. And they'll work with you and get you to where you need to be and backing up. But by the time you come off that training truck, you should be able to do your backups without a lot of issues. As far as the rest of it goes, there's a couple of tests that you have to do during your evaluation period, and it's really an evaluation and a learning skills thing about how your fleet manager and how your load manager works. Okay. It's really not a lot. There's not a lot to it. It's very easy. I think just about anybody could do it. As far as being with your trainer goes, your trainer, if your trainer's a good trainer like mine was, the first day I didn't drive the first day. I just observed. The second day I drove a little bit. The third day I didn't really drive that much. I don't think I drove any the third day, but the fourth day and on, for the rest of those 3 to 4 weeks, I drove every day after the 4th day. It did most of the backups. There was a couple of times where he took the backup because it was very tight, like coming into a pilot one night. It was late, people were coming in and out, It was extremely tight, so I helped him get into the spot. But most of the time I did the backups, I did the driving, and at the end of each week you fill out an evaluation on yourself. There's one side for you to fill out, and then there's one side for your trainer to fill out, and they will let you know, and it's really your opinion and his opinion on how you're doing. And if you're really honest with yourself, you guys should match up pretty good. Me and my trainer did match up pretty good on a lot of the things, and they have a written part at the back of it where they tell you what you're doing extremely well, or what you're doing well, and what you really need to work on for what they've seen over the week. And then all that stuff gets sent into your fleet manager. You have a separate fleet manager than your trainer will, and all that paperwork gets sent into your fleet manager at the end of the week, or at the very first of the week. Sometimes we'd fill ours out on Friday or Saturday morning if we got in on Saturday morning. Sometimes we'd fill it out Monday morning and I'd send it in. But you want to be diligent with your paperwork and get that sent in as soon as you get it done. And if your trainer don't wait for your trainer to remind you. Remind your trainer, hey, we need to fill out my evaluation. I need to get that sent in. That also, if you're taking the initiative to do that, it also gives your trainer the sense that you're going to be, you're getting ready to do this on your own and be able to do your paperwork diligently. You also have, while you're with the trainer, you have a daily form that you have to fill out, and it's did you drive today? How long did you drive? Where did you drive? Did you drive through a city? What cities did you drive through? Did you do any back roads? Was it raining? Was it dry? Was it snowy, icy? It asks you all that stuff on that day, and you need to do that daily. Do not wait until the end of the week to do it, because you will not remember where you've been, what the weather conditions were like, how the roads were like, was it hilly, was it not hilly, all of that stuff. I did mine on a daily basis, and it's they warn you when you go out for your trainer not to wait until the end to do it, because you cannot get into your own truck until all that paperwork is filled out and sent in. I sent mine in weekly. You have a full week, and you and your trainer both have to sign that paperwork. And once that paperwork is signed, you need to send it in right then. And I did not wait for my trainer to ask me for paperwork. I gave it to him. At the end of the week, I'm like, okay, we got to get this paperwork done, and so I can send it in. And a good trainer knows that, but sometimes they'll wait for you to do that just to make sure that you're ready. And honestly, my trainer, I was ready with my trainer. He put in that I was ready after 3 weeks, but they required me to stay on another week because my 21 days fell in a certain time frame to where I had to spend 4 weeks instead of 3. But I think they've lifted that stipulation now. But my trainer said I was ready to go after 3 weeks, which is great. I was ready to get on my own, and I've done everything the way it's supposed to be done since then. But be diligent. This is your career, and make sure that you take charge of your career. Listen to your trainer while you're on the training truck. Ask them what they like, what they don't like, because it is their house that you're in, and you're a guest in their house. Be courteous. But if you and your trainer can't get along, you can always request another trainer. You may have to spend an extra week or so on another trainer truck to get used to another trainer, but it's your career, so get what you need out of it. But it is very easy. It was an easy process for me. I think some people sweat it, but it's not. If you listen and you learn and you're diligent about what you do, it's a very, very easy and a good experience. So if you have any other questions, leave me a comment down below. I think I'm going to do the truck tour tomorrow, because this was kind of a long segment. But I'll do a truck tour tomorrow and get that posted tomorrow night. So stay tuned for that. But leave me a comment down below. you can send me an email and I'll respond to your emails. I try to respond to every comment in a timely manner. But if you want to talk to me one-on-one, send me an email. I can actually give you my phone number and we can talk on the phone. I'm doing nothing but driving anyway, so I didn't want to put my phone number out there on the, out there to the world. So shoot me an email. I'll give you a call, or you can call me, one or the other, and I'll answer whatever questions I've got answers for. Just be, don't sweat it. If you're going to be new to this, don't sweat it. It's not that hard. I have made it to Corinth, Mississippi, and I am in Walmart shopping a little bit, having some dinner. It's been a pretty long day, tired. I'm going to get my stuff. I'm getting some stuff for my refrigerator and a little glass cleaner and some paper towels if I can find them. There they are, over there. But I'm going to sign off because that segment this afternoon was kind of long, so the video is going to be a little long. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you comment, hit that like button, and subscribe if you've not subscribed.